Quaid.
And to my far left is a special guest, ladies and gentlemen.
Very special.
Brandon Painter.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very special.
Well, I think I want to go ahead and just knock this out of the park right now. The Donovan Mitchell getting traded to the Cavs. What are we feeling about that?
When I got the text from a buddy of mine when it happened, I couldn't believe it. I didn't even know we were in the running at that point.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're adding basically a big four right now. They're
Right.
all young. I mean,
All under 26.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Cleveland's new starting lineup is Garland, Mitchell, Okoro, Mobley, and Allen. Utah is getting Sexton. Is it Agbaji? How you say it? Mark Hennon. And 3 first-round is Apu from the Quickie Mart. Is it word?
Let's pull out your old house.
Makes a hell of a slurping. I don't know. You guys know better than I would. But definitely pumped that I know about Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah. And, you know, right now I think Okoro is probably going to start. He's going to be your best wing defender. That could change through the year, though. That if they want to get Lillard out there for some more offense, but I don't think they're going to need it with Garland and Mitchell out there. And a lot of this year is going to hinge on, you know, how Mobley, what he's going to look like in his second year. If he can be a guy that can put up 20 points, closer to 20 points a night. I don't think he has to be, you know, Tim Duncan out of the gate, but his progression could make this a year that we could be a 1 seed, or, you know, I still think regardless that they're top 5.
What was their win total last year?
44,
44?
I think.
The Cavs had it projected 40, or Vegas, sorry, had the Cavs projected 44 and a half, 46 and a half after acquiring Mitchell. Only a 2-game swing.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably about right. The East is tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right. You think the Cavs should be favored in the East?
No.
Who's ahead of them? Are they going to be in the top 4 of the 8
Well,
playoff
the
teams?
thing is with the East is that it's so it's stacked, and especially at the top.
Yeah, it's
It's
top
just
heavy.
like it's just like the Big Ten. It's one half is super good.
Right.
The other half is
Iowa.
you get one team in.
Yeah, I mean, you got Milwaukee and obviously Boston just went to the finals last year. They're on top. Miami's still there. I don't know what to think of Brooklyn, but I mean, they have the pieces to be that type of a team.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think Cleveland stacks up with any of those other teams. I know people like Toronto, but
Sixers? James Harden?
they're going to be a good regular
Depends on
season
what
team.
weight he shows
Yeah,
up at.
it depends if he comes in looking like you or me.
We get Rick Ross.
I mean,
right.
If Fournette shows up,
Yeah.
he's probably not hitting threes.
Well, and that trade kind of depleted their bench too, didn't
Yeah.
it? I mean, like that was the thing with this trade. I still like the bench pieces we have.
Yeah.
Still have Robin Lopez, still have Kevin Love off the bench, and he might be a trade piece later in the year.
Well, I was going to ask you, how much longer does Kevin Love have?
He's got
I
3
mean, he
years.
played well
I
last
mean, how
year.
much more in his contract?
Oh, he's
Oh,
got
I
1 year left in the contract.
1 year? Okay. All right. That's what I wanted to know. I wasn't sure about that.
So I mean, he might end up playing through, and then obviously he's not going to get $30 million a year.
Any possibility LeBron James wants to come back to town?
I've been saying it
2
since
years from now,
That's his plan.
I think so.
Now he enters the league, the Cavs are going to get
The
him.
one
Yeah,
first
but-
round pick that we have is the year that
Yeah, but we're not going to be a top pick with this run.
you think he's going to be a top pick player?
I mean, he probably is, because you get LeBron James with it.
I just
It's a 2-player
Him-
draft.
him being at 40 years
Or a
old.
2-player pick.
I know, like, you're going to be in that run where you could win a title, but
I would be all for it. I just hope LeBron doesn't come in and try to play GM and trade all these
No,
young guys.
that would
that
you
would.
want to see.
Well, I don't think that's going to be.
He doesn't
Even he at that point would be like, yeah, like you have probably the best roster with me on it.
He would try to bring Kyrie back.
Why? You have Darius Garland who doesn't get injured and doesn't miss games because he's praying to Buddha or whatever the fuck.
Speaking of Kyrie, I'm really surprised Kyrie doesn't come crawling back to the Lakers.
I'm
still waiting for that to happen.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
think they have a deal that Brooklyn's comfortable with yet. Because
Yeah. I mean, Russell
They don't
Westbrook
want
would have to
Russ.
be
That's
right.
the
That's
problem.
that's the piece. You got to unload him.
you have to, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, they don't want Russ. That's the fucking problem. And the Lakers can't get Kyrie without getting Russ.
Right.
Right. They'd have to swap those salaries anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they would have to send Russ and something
No,
else.
well, the part that sucks is fucking nobody.
And the Lakers don't have anybody else.
Nobody wants to pay Russ.
No, and I like, and it's almost to the point now where these teams are almost like in the NFL mindset where if you're not going to be good enough to get in, you're just going to fucking tank.
Yeah.
So unless he's like the one dude on your team, like Utah, that might be the place he ends up. Like let him go get 35 and 12 assists
they
and
have
lose
pieces.
60
They can
games.
add pieces now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it is Utah. You can always add pieces whenever you want to.
Yeah. They don't even have to be of age. You can just add them.
That was quick, Sean. Heard that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh,
I did hear though that Mitchell was pumped.
Mhm.
Heard he
yeah.
got a text on the golf course and was fucking pumped.
Yeah.
Nice.
Especially when he found out that Mobley, Allen, Garland
Everybody
were
stayed.
involved
Well,
in the trade.
And we lost Sexton.
That's
So I mean, you knew that was
We-
going to happen.
We have a A+ version of
Yeah,
Sexton.
we have-
Sexton was gone when we drafted him.
And Donovan Mitchell's 6'1" and has a 6'10" wingspan.
Right.
Holy shit.
Freakishly
Yeah,
athletic.
like I think defensively he's going to step up his game plan in Cleveland because he's just the vibe of that team. Like I don't think a team in the league like liked each other more than that team last year.
Right.
And then you got Rubio coming back too. He's off the bench. Like they're deep, man. I can't. They might end up being the 1 seed. They might not be the best team in the East, but they're going to win a lot of regular
Yeah,
season
they're
games.
gonna win games for sure.
Right. Well, moving on here. OSU Notre Dame game breakdown. What are you thinking?
Well, why don't we ask the guy that was there?
We just
Yeah.
beat
Yeah.
a top 5 team in the opener by 11 points.
Were they really a top 5 though?
I mean,
They looked like it.
pretty good.
They look pretty
Their
good.
defense
They
was
didn't
good.
look bad.
They played fundamental football.
Yeah.
I don't think they did anything special.
And, you know, like we said, I like Marcus Freeman. I think he's going to have that program going in the right direction. And that game makes me want them in the Big Ten even more right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, if I don't understand why they don't want to get into a division.
I mean, I didn't expect just for Stroud to come out of there like as soft as he was. I mean, just inaccurate. I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but I think the end of the game he was 10 for his last 11.
He made the throws when he needed to.
Right.
Yeah.
But the first half though, the offense was just off.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't think it helped at all losing Jackson really early in the game. And I mean,
Right.
Marvin Harrison played well in the Rose Bowl last year, but CJ's never really had to go to those guys in big games
Right.
when they need.
And for whatever reason, like non-conference home games is like
Yeah.
our freaking kryptonite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I thought that
As
the
long as we
defense
don't play
impressed
Purdue
me.
on the road.
Right. Under the
No,
lights.
no cancer game.
Every,
Or- yeah.
yeah. Iowa, the cancer hospital, Purdue, the cancer. It's like, God, every time we
No
play a
cancer
team on the
games,
road,
please. Just
Yeah.
let them die.
Right.
Jesus, cancer.
That's it.
So is that the move from now on? I mean, some teams losing to Ohio State at halftime. You see some kid coming through the tunnel.
That's exactly what happened.
Right.
I've already
Is that
signed
what
up
they're
to
doing?
be that kid, so
Nice.
we have one.
Nice.
Just going back to Notre
Seeing
Dame, I'll give
pages.
the coolest thing about Notre Dame. Those gold helmets in person were
Right.
cool as fuck.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I always liked it. I always liked
Beautiful
the
helmets.
uniform.
I just picture this
Like
as a little
when
Notre
they
Dame.
wear the
yeah,
green ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
So
remember.
our defense though, I think we kind of proved that they're much
Yeah,
better than last year.
Notre Dame had like
Yeah.
a top 5 offensive line college football this year.
Well, they're all. I mean, the offense is going to come with the Buckeyes, and I know
Yeah.
we play a couple cupcakes here in a row.
yeah.
So we're gonna get right.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
Yeah,
right.
we-
But
Stroud just last 2 years he's played hasn't really had a tune-up game.
Right.
Before he
Right.
has gigantic games, he has
Yeah.
to go win.
You
Right.
go the opener last year on the road at Minnesota in the
Yeah.
rain.
And then what? Oregon was week 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fun.
no.
But
Yeah, I don't remember much of that game.
yes,
It's pretty tuned up after half.
I only got to listen to it. I watched some highlights, but
yeah. I mean Notre Dame's offense isn't anything to like be super excited about, but the
they
defense
under
definitely, like,
200 yards.
yeah. And if you take away a couple of those big plays
And they had
from
a
Notre Dame,
52-yard pass play.
yeah, you
Right,
take that
right.
right away, and they're under 200 yards.
They're already under 200 yards.
Go-
He had 118 yards passing with a 52-yard completion.
Going back to the Njigba, was that should have been a penalty?
I didn't see the replay. They didn't show the
Oh,
replay.
I mean, I thought it was just a dirty play. I mean, the one thing I couldn't understand was that we had some replay on targeting where a flag was never thrown on the field, but then a quarter before that, and Jigba takes that hit where he's basically going out of bounds. The guy just banged him going out of bounds, and that's what pretty much knocked him out of the game.
I mean, I went to the West Virginia Pitt game, and there was just
They hit that number 0 kid.
there was like
pretty
three reviews on it. It's just I'm disappointed at this point. Can we just take that bullshit out of the game?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Did you see the targeting in the LSU Florida State game?
No, I didn't.
Where the dude like jumped about took the guy's head
The
off.
quarterback?
If you're gonna do it
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
I did see that.
this
I did
game?
see that.
I thought that was.
Yeah.
I saw a meme of it. I thought that was
Yeah.
from
No,
like,
dude,
wow.
he like
Yeah.
that.
You can't
that
get
was
more
bad.
blatant.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it like that.
Mid-hit, he called his coach. He said, "Coach, on my."
Yeah, big attack.
They didn't even have to review that one.
No.
Do you think this NIL shit they're gonna end up like fining these players?
Oh, I know.
That was.
That right there will immediately start a players union.
Yeah.
So the new ranks came out today. OSU drops from 2 to 3. Don't know exactly how I feel about that
Who
either.
If they're
cares?
beating it, yeah, I mean it doesn't.
It doesn't really matter. I get it, but it does a little.
It's,
I mean, I think it's
they're
just.
throwing shade,
If
which I love it.
If anything, Georgia should have jumped Alabama.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
Oregon probably wasn't really number 11 anyway.
Oh yeah, any team.
And they have fucking
Pac-10,
Bo Nix.
Pac-12.
Bo Nix is their
Right.
quarterback, so they fucking suck.
The other big news this week, college football, is the playoff committee decided to go to 12 teams. Finally,
Love it.
finally 12 teams in 2026. I don't know what the hell the holdup is there.
This
That's
is
a
contractual
TV
stuff.
contract.
TV.
Yeah, it probably is.
Is this, the college playoffs not even part of the NCAA? Like it's
Right.
its own thing.
Yeah.
So, and I do like it because it's the top 6 division winners, and then you get 6 at large, basically.
Yeah.
So you're,
So we'll be in the playoff every year.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. Unless we go
You'll see
9
the
and
top
4.
5-6 teams literally every year.
But that's good. You're still going to get 5 or 6 more teams. 'Cause,
Yeah, you can get your TCUs, your.
with that format, I watched something where since the playoff has been instituted, there's been 13 teams in the college playoff. If they had this format, there would have been 41.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you're getting a third of college football, and that's basically who deserves to be there.
Right.
And you'll have your Hawaii's or
Yeah.
whatever random team, and I love that. So that
your undefeated teams.
yeah, the teams in the smaller conference that go 12-0 or whatever, 13-0.
It will be fun watching them get absolutely shit on.
Yeah, but you might have that Boise State game. You might have a team like Cincinnati that could compete with those teams.
Hopefully we'll get
I
a
mean, 8,
state game.
and I said this to you guys earlier in the week.
Oh, what?
Appalachian State game.
Appalachian State.
I mean, 8 was the magic number for me. It wasn't 12. And Mark brought this up.
12
a couple
gives a
weeks
bye,
back.
doesn't it?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
8 doesn't. Plus, it's only one more week.
12 is.
I worry about a couple things. I worry about injuries so that those top teams don't exactly look like top teams by the time you get to the championship. If they make it that far.
Yeah, but if you're a championship team, then you got to have depth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
But the other thing I worry about
we won
is.
a national championship with a third string.
and we're adding games to the NFL, so these kids got to get ready for that.
Yeah.
Right. And I also
Fuck them kids.
worry about
Fuck them kids.
getting watered down. I don't want it to I don't want to hear about, Weber
Players
State.
sitting.
Just because you win your conference in the
12
basketball
teams.
tournament.
That's not going to get watered down.
No, it's not now, but let's say it continues. Do we stop it at 12? We have to stop it at 12 then.
We'll see how it goes. I think 12 is perfect.
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
100,
College football
126
23,
is
10,
down.
15 years.
So I think 126 is.
Alabama's playing the SCLSU Mud Dogs.
Worried about the kids I'm just worried about the kids in class and they got to study for their exams and you're
Yeah.
gonna need
Mark,
extra
you're not
games.
fun.
Yeah.
You're really worried about that?
I worry about that a lot too. Yeah, I worry about that.
Yeah, there's no more Craig Krenzel's anymore.
It's like
Cardell Jones didn't go to Ohio State to play school.
Yeah.
It's like James Conn in
But
the
he stayed an
program.
extra year because he's really smart.
Like James Conn in the program, he's talking to that idiot with the bow tie. When's the last time you saw somebody show up and do a damn chemistry experiment?
Starting defense.
And fuck you too, Bobby. Stop fucking my daughter.
One of the most underrated football players.
Oh, I
of all
love
time.
that. I
That's
love
probably
that.
my favorite
Oh.
college football
Oh, God,
movie
yeah.
ever.
Well, I think we're going to go ahead and move on to the Crime Jordan nomination segment this week.
Mm.
Brandon, I kind of caught you off guard with this.
Yeah.
you don't have one this week, but is there anybody that you wouldn't mind nominating just off the cuff?
We can find a Crying Jordan.
Yeah, we can.
Oh, so you're just gonna make one?
Oh yeah, we'll
Oh,
make
yeah,
one.
we'll make one.
I got one, Mark.
I could take any picture of Logan.
I might be able to whip something up.
Fantastic picture.
Steeler fan, by the way.
Yeah, he's a douche.
We'll give him an answer for them being excited about getting 2 gloves.
Right.
He's real excited about how tall that trophy's gonna look in those hands. That's all we talk.
I've never seen so many people so excited about the preseason, like him and Gunnar were.
Like, okay,
Did
so
you see that?
so should we be pumped about Josh Dobbs because he played just
This
as well as
fucking-
he
yeah.
did?
Josh Dobbs could be league MVP.
Yeah, he could.
The one game was like 10 for 13 for 180 yards.
Well, then here's my thing: is how did Trubisky get named the starter? I mean, all these fans are pumped up about.
Well, I mean, how did Tyrod Taylor get the start over Baker?
I don't know.
It's because he can ball.
He can.
He's one of those.
Still the NFL, you don't
Here's
want
the
to throw a
perfect-
rookie out there. Oh, God.
Oh, that one's great.
Yeah,
We can definitely do that
we're
one.
going to do that one.
Yeah.
That's perfect. We'll send that on.
Yeah.
Hey Ryan, I think we're gonna go ahead and start off with you. Who's your nominee this week?
I'm definitely going to go with the New York Knicks general manager for losing out on Donovan Mitchell when the whole summer has been how Donovan Mitchell's going to look in the Knicks uniform. So
They've been losing out for years
Oh,
now.
You think Spike Lee is ready to just
Like Phillips on?
I'm pretty sure I seen
That
his
is-
Brooklyn games last
You
year.
should, yeah.
that is
Should make a change.
And he just made a sequel. He had game.
Yeah.
I think Donovan Mitchell from New York.
Yeah, he's from New York. Like they were courting this dude like before the season even ended. I think I've heard some reports of some bad blood, like just how those talks ended up, and then they extended R.J. Barrett and all that stuff. So just idiots. I mean, what are they gonna do? They're gonna keep waiting. Like they wanted LeBron in 2008 or 2011.
Does this have anything to do with James Dolan being the owner?
It has everything to do.
It
with
has to. It has to,
It's
right?
like it was pretty much like the Browns for the last 20 years.
Oh my god.
Before we got Andrew Berry, like we're gonna have someone else run the team every 3 years. So I mean, in a place like New York that loves basketball and all that stuff, like they can't figure it out.
Yeah, they were supposed to get Kyrie and Kevin Durant a couple
Yeah.
years ago too. And
Oh, yeah.
the fuck you were going to Brooklyn.
Right. Well, LeBron was rumored to go there.
Yeah, on the decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how can they not? Beautiful jerseys, New York City, the Knicks. I mean, that's still an iconic franchise somehow.
Yeah.
Have
It's
they
kinda like the
done
Cowboys.
anything since Patrick Ewing or?
I think
Latrell
I think
Sprewell
they've only won one playoff series in like the last 20 years. Like,
choking his coach out. Yeah, they went to the finals that year. It was like '99. It was like
Yeah.
that strikes shortened year.
Yeah.
Ewing was still there, right?
I don't know. We might
99?
have been. I don't know.
I know he played in Orlando the last couple of years.
I think he was sweating so bad he twisted his own ankle, got him his own
I
athlete.
think
That guy could sweat.
I think the aliens just kept his talent. They never did.
All right, so moving on here. Mark Wade, who is your nominee this week?
oh, it's got to be Brian Kelly.
Oh,
Has to be.
Has to be.
Losing your first game to Florida State of all teams
right.
on a blocked extra point. He
So-
scored on the final play of the game. And
I mean, he's like Farmer Fran down there. He's trying to explain how he lost his game.
with his fake accent.
What? Yeah. How long did he talk in a mirror? He said, "Go Tigers."
Go Tigers. Take that Tiger dick.
And then I gotta have an honorary Crying Jordan.
All right.
Hugh Jackson,
Oh, yeah?
the
Oh, Jesus.
Grambling State football coach.
Oh, I didn't even know you had a job.
Yeah, he's the head coach at Grambling State.
Wow.
They lost to Arkansas State, who the Buckeyes play this week,
Nice.
58-3. So yeah,
I wonder
the Browns.
if that was the Haslam's fault.
The Browns fired him because they're racist,
Right.
not because he's a shitty coach.
Are they telling him just to lose games?
I mean, it's
Right.
Purpose.
Where's the 30 for 30 for Grambling State paying $600 a game to lose?
Hugh doesn't realize you don't get the #1 pick for losing all the games in college.
Right. Okay, my nomination this week is Virginia Tech. Okay. So you lose to Old Dominion. Okay, but
Who?
yeah, exactly.
I thought that was a country music.
OD.
Old Dominion's only been in Division One for like 3 years.
No, OD was that rapper back in the day, wasn't he, with like the Warren Beatty song and Halle Berry? No, it's ODB. That's right. Okay.
Yeah,
But
Old
anyways,
Dominion's a country band.
Well, I feel like Old Dominion's when your old lady spits in your mouth.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit more to the story on the Virginia Tech. So apparently, the coaches for Virginia Tech were late coming back at halftime because they get stuck in the elevator.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Elevator?
You're right.
Why is there an elevator?
Why is there an elevator at Old Dominion? And where does it go?
That should be one of the over-unders. It's how long until somebody took an actual shit in the
I mean, does that elevator go down to some chamber where there's like the Underground Railroad was part of the
Jeffrey Epstein.
They're doing some cult shit with fucking Ravens hats on.
Oh, and then on top of that, then on Monday, the news broke that during halftime, somebody broke into the Virginia Tech locker room and robbed them. So it's like a three-parter there.
Are they playing senior high or?
Would they steal a bunch of Live Strong?
Oh my goodness. All right.
What a series of unfortunate events.
Right.
Right. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. Of course, week 1 of the NFL kicks off this Thursday night. Bills at Rams. We're gonna go ahead and start though. We want to the Browns at Panthers. I just want to throw this out there before the season started. The Browns were favored by 6. Now somehow Carolina's favored by 2.5.
It's because their quarterback has emotions and it matters.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think they're already.
He's got a chip on his
They're
shoulder.
already planning on him waking up feeling good.
Yeah.
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 I mean, this is close to my lock of the week. I mean, 2.5 points. It's like a 44.5 over under. I mean, but what's the key? Number one, what's the keys to the victory for the Browns here?
Just don't turn the ball over.
Right.
Yeah.
Run the ball.
Don't give them extra possession for the short field.
Right.
Right.
Give Jacoby some easy throws at the beginning of the game to loosen it up. Run Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb to death. You got another 2 backs behind him that you need. This defense is like people keep talking about how Baker's pissed.
This game is definitely defensive.
Yeah, like
I think you got to rattle Baker early, and he's going to crumble like we've watched for the last.
So do we target Christian McCaffrey right off the gate?
Yeah.
Take him out, make Raker try to win the game.
I didn't pick him in any leagues.
McCaffrey will probably get hurt in warm-ups.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not scared of Christian McCaffrey with our defense. Like our linebackers are built to run with him,
Yeah.
and our defensive line. Like I really like how Jordan Elliott looked in the preseason. If you just have one decent defensive tackle with Clowney and Garrett on the outside, like good luck, dude.
So
I think we pound the rock, get ahead, make Baker play from behind. We know he can't do
And
that.
I still think Amari comes out with like 8 catches for 95 yards. Like I think Jacoby's going to be good enough to fucking keep this offense moving.
Yeah, and Carolina's defense isn't that good, so.
I'm going to do a little pregame over-under here. Over-under 1 defensive touchdown for the Browns against Baker. Week 1.
I'd take the under probably.
Well, you should
'Cause they
probably
gotta
make that
score.
a
Yeah,
half.
make it a half.
Make it a half?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
That or 1.5.
Oh,
Or 1.5.
You think it'll be 2 defensive?
That's a lot of defense.
Oh, okay, we'll go half. We'll go half.
If
I'll
you're talking
take-
turnovers, it's a different idea. But
I mean, I'm talking pick six.
I'll take the over on that. I think 1 happens.
1?
I think Newsom gets his first pick and takes it back to the house.
I like it.
I think so. McCaffrey's really fast.
So it's great. And you're gonna have Martin Emerson running beside him, just destroying people.
I'm over.
So, of course, we had Baker's retraction of him,
State.
quote unquote, fucking up Cleveland in this game this week. And on top of that, the Baker Mayfield shirts. We're going to throw that up.
That came out the next day. And it looked like it was literally something that he made online. And then said it was like copyrighted and shit. I'm like, dude, that's something you buy at like the side of the stadium. Like Nick Chubb, Uncle Dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of shirt that is. Like, God, I'm so glad he's out of here.
I honestly wish Baker was just good at football. Because I love the off-field shit he does.
If he was good and did that, it would make sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But he's not.
I
good.
wish he was just good at football.
Right.
'Cause I would have loved to have kept him.
It would have been like the Jim McMahon of 1985 that lasted 1 year because they had the greatest defense ever.
Right. All right, moving on. This week we're going to go ahead and break down the AFC conference. We'll just go ahead and start in divisions. Mark, we're going to start with the AFC North. Who's your picks?
So in the North, I got the Ravens.
Going one.
Yep.
Okay.
Lamar's a great regular season quarterback. I got the Bengals second. Gonna be hard to stop that offense. Got the Browns at third. Just hard for me to see them getting any better than third with Jacoby playing 11 games, and then the Steelers bringing in the rear, just like they like it.
Nice.
Jesus.
Nice. So you just have, is there any wild card team coming out of there?
The Bengals. I had
The Bengals?
coming out of the wild
Okay.
card team.
I'm taking the Browns. I mean, I'm going to be a homer here.
Shocker.
Yeah,
Are they
right.
going 17-0?
No, they're going. I think they're going to go 6-5 in that 11-game stretch. And I think Watson comes back. I think there's two ways to look at this. Watson can come back,
He's gonna come on their back.
right?
Yeah.
Could, and he
He
could be totally fresh and just rip it out of the gate. I think it's a great comeback game.
I love that he's coming back against the Texans.
I do too. I think it's a great warm-up game.
I think the NFL has set their
Well,
Me and the
suspension
not
on
like
that.
Oh,
No, Mina Khan hates that.
fucking guys.
Right. I mean, I would.
Why? Right. Why is she a commentator?
Is
for
that
football?
what the Me Too movement means?
Yeah, I think it is.
I would too.
Me too.
All right, so
Is
Browns.
this Bob and Tom?
Then I'm going Baltimore. Then I'm going the Bengals, and I've been saying this since the beginning. The Bengals missed the playoffs. My hot take for the season, and then the Steelers bringing up the rear. It's like Mark said. Ryan,
I'm going to go division winner. I think Baltimore does end up winning the division. I think they're probably one of those teams that actually hits 11 wins. Lamar is great in the regular season. I don't think they have enough around him for them to go on a 12, 13, 14 game win type season. But then after that, I have Cleveland. I think we'll be nipping at their heels at the end. But I think, like you said, I think after the 11 games that Deshaun's out, I think we'll be 6-5. But it's going to be hard for him to, win every game after that. There's going to be at least one hiccup in the road. But I do think we get a wild card. And then after that, I have Cincinnati. And I do not have them making the playoffs either.
nice.
It's very hard to lose a Super Bowl and then make the playoffs the next year. It very rarely happens. And I do like them. I think their offense is great. I just don't think that defense is as good as people thinks it is. And they didn't really make that many moves for me to think that it's going to get any better. And they had a lot of breaks last year.
They did.
Injury-wise, and at the end of games.
Kansas City.
Yeah, and they barely won the division.
Right.
I love Joe Burrow, but I just think this year it's just, one of those things. The NFL has a full 17-game schedule of watching him and how many hits he took last year. And, when we play them, it's one of those things where I think we have their number. And I think Pittsburgh's going to be ready to go week 1. That may be an upset special of the week.
Oh yeah, I got the Steelers week 1.
But yeah, and I think the Steelers are still going to be like a 7-win team. They're going to be competitive, but they just don't have enough at the quarterback position for me to think that they're going to vie for a playoff spot this year.
Brandon?
None of you guys are taking Cincinnati.
Nope.
No.
Well, I'll be the first one. Yeah, they improved their offensive line. Mixon's healthy. Jamar Chase is absolutely going to fucking eat. I mean, we have a good secondary, but I don't really know if the Browns had their number because Baker definitely had Cincinnati's number.
Yeah.
We beat
Is
them
there-
41-16 in their house.
I know.
We were there.
Jamar Chase had his worst game of the year.
I'm just saying. I know Baker has their fucking number, but I think they win the division. They got better. They did get lucky last year, but I mean, the Ravens got unlucky. The Ravens
Yeah,
are still unlucky.
the Ravens had
They
so
s-
many injuries last
They
year.
and they still
We
don't
have-
have
we have
running
horrible
backs, right?
injury
They have a
problems too.
healthy-ish Dobbins. They don't have Edwards.
Right.
They had to pick up fucking Kenyon Drake off the
But they were
waiver
still
wire.
8-3 with Lamar healthy.
Who
That's the
did-
one thing I'm buying on him staying healthy the whole
They
year.
lost their best wide receiver.
Didn't Ryan Miller draft Kenyon Drake in the 4th round this year?
Jesus later than that. Oh, but he did. Yeah. But now then I have the Browns 2, Ravens 3, Steelers are going to have their first under 500 season.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. We
Yeah.
all agree on
it
that.
all happens. You know,
Yeah, I think
happens to the best of us and the worst of us.
I don't think the Browns quite go 6-5 with Brissett because I mean I watched him a little in Indy and his first preseason game he did not look good. He looked like a fat Jameis Winston.
I thought
But
he didn't look scared out there. He didn't pat the
No,
ball
but
like
he
an
just,
idiot.
apparently I didn't watch him enough because his form it doesn't look great.
I still think his arm strength is very.
I still think
comparable
he's
to Baker.
better in Cleveland than Baker. I just want that noted.
No, and this is a quarterback friendly offense. Like
Yeah, for sure.
if Kirk Cousins throws for 4,000 yards, this guy can move the ball down the field. That's with this
Kirk
running
Cousins would
game.
throw for 4,000 in this offense.
Oh
With the
Jesus!
guys
With
around
Murray
him.
Cooper and
Yeah.
this running game, like I love Dalvin Cook, but he can't stay healthy. He doesn't have Kareem Hunt to back up Nick. You know, a Kareem Hunt to back up Dalvin Cook.
All right. What do we think about the AFC East? Mark, want to go?
I got the Bills in first. That's pretty.
Probably gonna be unanimous.
Yeah. And then I got the Dolphins in second. I think that I've hated on Tua in the past, but I think he's gonna have a better year this year, especially with Tyreek Hill.
He's,
Jalen Waddle can stay healthy.
he's going to reap some of the
You don't have to throw the ball very
Patrick Mahomes
far.
benefits.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got the Pats in third. I just don't think they have enough on offense. And with Joe Judge and Matt Patricia calling plays, I mean, hell, they might be
That's-
fourth.
It might be Bill Belichick's last year.
Yeah. I mean,
That shit's just like really like.
it's almost like Tom Brady with more to do with those Super Bowls.
I wouldn't say that far.
And then the Jets in last. I mean, even with Zach Wilson, if he plays,
Milson.
Milson.
does Joe Flacco give them a better chance to win?
He might.
He's 108 years old.
He might be their Derrick Henry.
All right. So yeah, I'm definitely taking the Bills. I'm gonna hop on that. I'm gonna hop on that train. It's tough. I gotta take the Pats then. After
Is that
that.
the same train that Matt Ariza was on?
Wow.
The guy who wouldn't touch it last week.
Yeah.
He just left it out there for me.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah. And anyway, so I'm gonna take the Pats. Then I'll take the Dolphins, and my lock over under total for the year is the Jets under 5.5. Under 5.5
Absolutely.
wins. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So I've already bet it. Get on
They
it.
could start
Join
with
me. Join me at Wyndham.
I'll bet one.
Okay.
The Jets' schedule to open the year is brutal.
They're fine.
They could easily start 0.
They might be doing any game.
Yeah, every other team in that division is pretty good.
But
Better than New England.
The Jets start out with the Ravens, at the Browns, Bengals, at the Steelers, Dolphins, at Packers, at Broncos, and then the Patriots.
So they start out,
Ten in a row.
their first 4 games are against the AFC North. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Good job. Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. All right, Ryan.
Definitely gonna go with Buffalo. Gonna win that division. I think they'll probably end up being the 1 seed. Then after that, yeah, Miami's definitely gonna be coming in second. They could definitely be vying for a playoff spot at that point at the end of the year. Not a big Tua fan either, but there's just so much on that offense. But it could end up like, we had Odell Jarvis, Nick Chubb, and Kareem Hunt too. But
And a good offensive line.
and a great offensive line.
Man, if we had a quarterback.
If only we had a quarterback. Miami's defense, I think, is definitely good enough to keep them in every game. So they're definitely going to be a team that could make the playoffs. And then, yeah, New England. But they're going to be a 7-win team, maybe 6-win team, just because of Bill. And then after that, you got the Jets. I do think they look better this year. they're just not. They're not there yet, and I'm not a Nelson fan football wise.
No.
Still one of my favorite people in the world, but
Right.
you know, and his mom.
Yeah.
If you're watching, still love you.
We're bringing this up again.
We'll go balls deep.
We got to get a graphic of his mom just so people.
You know, just a tip. See how it feels for a second.
Right.
That's what they do anyway out there in Mormon land. Just
Oh yeah, he's a fucking BYU Cougar.
soaking.
Squirts
Like, I just love that they're the BYU Cougars because
Yeah,
she's
how
definitely
fitting.
a Cougar.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Brandon.
Brandon, your thoughts on
Yeah, I
the NFC
got
or
Bills.
AFCs?
We got Bills, obviously. If the AFC wasn't so stacked, they could probably be a perfect season type team. Because they have everything. I think Cook's going to be a monster there.
Right, hasn't
That's
won
what
Bill
they're
over
missing.
there now. Jesus.
Yeah, so they missing was a running back. I think Cook is the steal of the draft for them.
And he's super dynamic as a pass catcher. Like,
Yeah.
One, Josh Allen's still going to rush for like 500, 600 yards.
Yeah, I like the Dolphins, number 2. I think they added enough. 2 is going to receive a lot of the Patrick Mahomes effect of getting his knob slobbed by media, a 3-yard under, and Tyreek Hill takes it to the crib because that's what he does. 2 is very good at rolling out of the pocket and underthrowing balls as well. Just like Mahomes. So those will turn into touchdowns
Very quickly.
quick. So yeah, I got them at 2. New England at 3. They didn't get any better.
They got worse.
They got
They
worse.
definitely got worse defensively.
And
Mac Jones just got worse throughout the year, I feel like.
I don't think he just.
Yeah,
I
he's
just don't
Kirk-
think he has confidence.
It's a Kirk Cousins
When
light.
they played the one game where it was super fucking windy, they threw the ball 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you instilling confidence in your quarterback
Yeah, they literally
when you
just said,
threw the ball 3 times in the whole game?
Right. We don't
Still
trust
won
you.
though. Still
Yeah.
won, but yeah,
All right.
yeah. And then the Jets.
Okay.
They're the Jets. Goddamn.
Goddamn Jets.
Aren't you a closet Jets fan?
Yes.
Jets.
All right. Moving on. AFC South.
We're only doing the AFC, right?
Correct.
Because I'm sweating.
Wanna take a break?
No, I'm just. I'm here for comedic relief.
All right, in the South, I have the Colts. They brought in Matt Ryan with that defense. Jonathan Taylor, that running game. They're built to win that division. I have the Titans coming in second. I just don't think Ryan Tannehill losing A.J. Brown is going to hurt, and I don't think Treylon Burks is. I mean, is he even in shape? Is he practicing and all that yet?
Right.
He was like 240, didn't he?
Yeah, they said he couldn't handle the first couple practices because he was too out of shape.
Jesus.
And then I got the Texans
Next
in
Josh
third,
Gordon.
but I think the Texans are going to be a lot better than people think. I think they're going to go over
Wow.
the win total.
I like Davis Mills.
Davis Mills is better than Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Football got neck.
he got that Mike Lemon neck. And then I think the Jags will be better too, but they just don't have enough yet. I think Trevor Lawrence will look better with a real coach.
Yeah.
That's not fingering people in the
Right.
club.
All right. So I am also taking the Colts. I mean, if Phillip Rivers and all that baggage that he was carrying around from flight to flight, can you imagine? It's like all those kids flying first class.
They had to have a whole fucking commercial plane just to carry his fucking kids.
I mean, they should have got like a film crew in there. Could have been like Home Alone
He
3.
ordered food for the flight. It's like, I'm gonna need 41 Happy Noon.
He has 13 kids, and you know one of them's kind of darker complected, so he's always wondering about it. Well, he's on the road a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
It's-
They're filming Home Alone 3 from like 5 miles high.
LT was really close with his wife.
Which brings me to the next point. Crack is bad. Say no to crack. All right, so Colts definitely. I think it's going to be the swan song for Matt Ryan there, though. Yeah, Matt Ryan has so much there that he never ever had in Atlanta.
Not for long.
Of course,
He doesn't have Julio.
yeah, okay. He has Pity City, so it's all right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll reluctantly I'm gonna take the Titans at 2. at some point, I think the wheels are going to fall off of Derrick Henry here. They're just going to keep running him to the ground. Tannehill doing Tannehill shit, and he's going to bust at some point. An injury is going to happen. Jacksonville, I think, is going to come in 3, and then they're going to move up a little bit, and then Houston bringing in the rear. Houston, the Vegas favorite to come in last in the National Football League overall, get that number 1 pick this coming season, by the way.
All right. Yeah, my prediction is definitely the Colts winning that division. I like Matt Ryan there. Obviously, would have took him here if we didn't get Deshaun. Offensive line's great, good defense, great running game. And after that, I mean, I don't know why, but I think Jacksonville's going to be a lot better than they were last year, obviously. Like, I almost want to pick them to come in second, just to be that sneaky team in the NFL.
It could be.
They've spent a lot of money, but they always spend a lot of money in free agency. And like you said, I do not trust Derrick Henry's going to play more than 6 or 7 games this year, because he's had more load than anybody in the NFL over the last 4 or 5 years.
I saw he only played 8 games last year and still was like
third
7th
rushing.
or
He was
something.
the seventh.
Through the first 8, they just kept counting it. Yeah, it's week 9.
Yeah, he's still
most
leading the
rushing.
league.
Week 11, still
When
most
you get
rushing.
35 carries a game, man, I mean, I do love Vrabel down there.
Yeah,
He's a
Vrabel's-
great coach. So I'm still gonna pick them second. I still think they figure out a way to be decent. I don't see them making playoffs this year.
Who are you thinking second?
Tennessee.
You just said Jackson.
I said I thought maybe,
Oh, you changed.
but I'm talking through my shit here.
Okay. You just mentioned Mike Vrabel, and you're like, better.
Right? Yeah, I think Vrabel makes them
He does.
good enough to
He did.
get that second spot in that division, and I think Jacksonville's going to be right there with them. I think they'll be a lot better this year, and I think, like Mark said, I think Houston will. They're going to be kind of like the Lions last year, where they play a lot of people tough, but they don't get enough wins at the end of games. I don't think they're going to end up with the number 1 overall pick. I think that's going to be
The Lions.
The Jets.
Seattle. Seattle's my pick.
it's going to be Seattle as the Jets. So
Brandon?
Lions will make the playoffs. Book it.
I don't hate that, honestly.
Oh my god.
You're on Hard Knocks. Every team on Hard Knocks does good.
Yeah, they do.
What are you talking about, man?
Yeah, we did so good on Hard Knocks.
That's 7-8-1.
Yes.
We did
Way better than.
way better now in 16. But yeah, Colts, obviously. I think Colts are the same team as the Browns. They just needed a
I
quarterback.
agree with that.
Yeah.
To bring that up.
Hopefully Matty Ice has some in the tank.
I would have took Carson Wentz last year, though.
Yeah, I want a guy that breaks his fucking ankles, both of them on one play. That's who I want throwing the ball.
I also want a guy that thinks he's a linebacker and blows out his shoulder in week 2.
That's true.
Against the fucking
He's
Texans.
feisty. But yeah, Colts, I think JT has a monster year. I like, Titans too. Vrabel's squeaks by with wins. He's like the opposite of Dan Campbell. Like, he gets to the end of the game and wins the game. Not lose the game.
Yeah, he did make the playoffs with Mariota.
Yeah.
True.
They almost beat the Patriots that year, too.
Well, they were the fucking 1 seed last year. Like,
Yeah,
it's all back.
everybody.
And if it wasn't for
everybody-
Tannehill,
with an
they
injured
would've-
Derrick Henry,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
who sees that?
Yeah.
Nobody.
They did just
they
lose
should have beat the
terrible injury,
Bengals.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tannehill played like total shit.
Yeah, he's not.
I don't think
he's
he plays the whole year.
I don't know why I keep saying.
Malik
people are like
Willis will
Kirk
come
Cousins,
in.
but- Yeah, he looked pretty good in the preseason.
He has a cannon, that's for sure. I don't, the book's still out if he can read or not, but
Right.
he does have a cannon. But
Went to the Deion
Yeah,
Sanders
then
School
I
of
like-
Hard Knocks.
then I like the Jags, and then Houston, just because the Jags have a coach now. So
Right.
I think Trevor Lawrence honestly plays really well this year.
So you think that when they go play like an away Thursday night game, that he goes back with the team?
I would assume.
Sexually assault
One
a
would-
college student?
I mean, was it a assault?
No, it's definitely not assault. But
She knows who he is.
Right.
She knows what the game is.
She was definitely going home with some hundreds in her wallet.
Hopefully my boy Laviska makes a showing this year. 'Cause that was upsetting.
Yeah.
Didn't he get traded?
Oh, yeah, he went to Carolina.
Oh,
Carolina.
I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
that just happened.
Yeah,
Happened a
That's
week
how
ago.
irrelevant
So
he is.
what's
Yeah.
the over/under on him making a video like OBJ's dad?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's four
That's
nine.
DJ Moore.
Well, we talked
Oh,
about
yeah, DJ Moore.
we talked about crazy ass Robbie Anderson. I think your first spot did.
He might pull a I retire at halftime type deal.
Right.
Mhm.
Pull AB.
AB already sold the show with that. He can't follow.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
No,
He has to actually fight Baker.
There was a corner for the Bills that retired
Yeah,
at
halftime.
halftime, and
Was that last year or a couple years
it was a
ago?
couple years ago. Definitely like one of the most boss moves ever. Just said, yeah, I'm fucking done.
All right. So AFC West.
The toughest division in football this year.
Yeah.
I got the Chargers winning it. I think Herbert takes another huge step. They got better on defense.
Trust their coach.
I think that their offense is going to be so good that their coach isn't going to really
That
back.
defense is going to be good
Yeah.
too.
And then I got the Chiefs coming in second. I just think they take a step back. I mean, losing Tyreek Hill is going to hurt. It's going to allow the defenses to double Kelsey a little more because you don't have to worry. Juju doesn't have elite speed. And then in third, I have the Raiders. I think Derek Carr is super underrated. They'll have some more stability this year without Gruden in there.
Yeah.
And then I got the Broncos. I don't buy the Russ hype. I mean, I think he's overrated.
That upsets me.
I would have took him in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Oh, I would.
Yeah,
I
but-
would too.
We did offer a deal. Russ
But
did
he's-
not want to
Dude, if that was real, I heard it was the first overall pick in 2018. One pick, one first
Oh, you're
pick.
talking about back then.
Yeah. If that was all it took, I want to go to John Dorsey's house right now and burn it down and piss on the
Well, he
ashes.
lives in Detroit now. He's like some cut rate fucking scout.
Well,
for
that's
Detroit
it's
now.
deserved.
Well, he did
He was
hire
the
Dan
GM.
Campbell, didn't he?
He literally picked Baker Mayfield
He's
over fucking
personnel guy. in
Russell
Detroit.
Wilson.
I just don't think. I mean, he'll probably start off the year hot like he always did in Seattle, and then come down the stretch. I don't know. I just don't see it.
Gets hurt.
No, I just
Break-
don't
breaks
think he
his
can
thumb.
I don't think he can put them over the top in that division. Maybe if he was in a different division, because they do have a lot of weapons around them, but we'll see.
All right, I'm going to start off. Yeah, I got the Chargers winning. I have them win the division. I'm going to have the Broncos coming in second in that division. Let's ride.
Wild card.
Yeah,
I meant to say Chiefs are going to get a wild card.
actually, and I had the Chiefs coming in third, missing the playoffs. Yeah, and then the Raiders are going to come in last. And I think it's still going to be a very, very tight. It's going to be
All the way
tight.
through.
It's going to be tight. Yeah,
Kind of like the AFC North last year.
yeah. I think that's what's going to happen. So yeah, Broncos are going to make the playoffs. They're a wild card team in there. So
I think that I'll probably be the only one, but I picked the Raiders to win this division.
wow.
I love Devontae Adams, Derek Carr connection. They played together in college. I love Derek Carr. That was like my number one guy go for the Browns to get this offseason if he was available. Now I like their defense. I don't think it's great, but Derek Carr in fourth quarter situations is one of the best in the league since he's been in the league. I think Josh McDaniels figures it out as a head coach this year. I'm not in love with Josh Jacobs, but I think they have a good enough run game, and I like the pass rush that they got. I think that they're going to be that team that surprises out of the West. And then second place, I think it's going to be the Chargers. I think they're going to be a wild card team for sure. I mean, they got a whole lot better getting Khalil Mack. They have all the weapons that they need on the offense, and I do think that Herbert takes that next step for sure. Like, I want to see him play a playoff game. Then after that, I have the Broncos. I think they miss the playoffs. It's going to be close. I still think they're probably going to be over 500. They'll be like a 9-8 team. I like Russ there. I think they'll have success moving forward, but that division is just going to eat itself. And then after that, I think the Chiefs.
Chiefs coming in last.
I think the Chiefs are coming. I think it's just one of those years where everything just kind of happens. You know, they lose Tyreek. I love Kelsey, and I still think they're going to be a hard team to beat, but I really don't like the defense. They lost the Honey Badger.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, and not having Tyreek there, I think really does hurt their offense more than people think, because they replaced him. They replaced him with Juju Smith-Schuster, who's not a vertical threat.
No.
So I think defenses are going to have a lot easier time locking up their weapons. I mean, Kelsey's still going to be Kelsey, but you know, it's kind of like in Baltimore. Like Mark Andrews is a dude, but doesn't make that passing game like very, very scary without having Hollywood Brown on the outside or Tyreek Hill. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just think it's the year that they miss the playoffs. I think they'll be back next year, but
All right.
it's the way I feel.
Brandon?
I'm gonna go Broncos.
Wow,
I
nice.
think that Russ has the Rams effect. You add a quarterback. That's all you are. I mean, they added Stafford. They won a fucking Super Bowl.
Right.
The Broncos defense isn't quite as good, but their offense outside of Cooper Kupp is close. And then I have the Chargers. I think Herbert actually takes a step back. It's my hot take. I think he's getting game plan for now, and he's going to take a step back. And then Chiefs, then Raiders. I think Chiefs take a giant step back because I'm a firm believer in a lot of Patrick Mahomes' yards and touchdowns come off of just trash throws to Tyreek Hill. So they don't have that
defenses
anymore.
play a certain way.
Like you can count on one hand, or you can count last year probably 6-7 touchdowns that were either a 3-yard slant or a junk rollout long ball to Tyreek Hill.
Right.
So
No.
he doesn't have that anymore.
No.
A lot of Tom Brady that's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, totally.
They're just much more game plannable
Can
now.
you name his number one wide receiver in every Super Bowl?
Who?
Tom Brady?
I don't know.
No, you can't.
No, he
He
can't.
had 7 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He spread the ball around
Yeah.
Yeah,
because he couldn't throw past 10 yards.
Oh, except for
Sometimes he
Randy Moss,
Well, he's maybe, top 3 wide receiver.
Deion Branch.
What do you MVP?
Julian Edelman,
I think Deion Branch
a college
did win it,
quarterback.
You notice he won the MVP, right? Because he.
No, I don't. The Deion Branch won.
I think he
MVP?
won it.
I don't think a wide receiver's ever won an MVP.
I thought he won that year.
No.
He might have won like offensive MVP or something like that. But he had a
Well, Super Bowl MVP is what I'm saying. Didn't he win it that year?
Julian Edelman won the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, he did.
I don't think Deion Branch.
That's because Tom Brady's thrown the ball to him.
Well, a defensive player won against.
Well, Julian Edelman got it against the Falcons.
The guy
right?
that the Browns had last year or 2 years ago from the Seahawks had the fucking Super Bowl MVP.
Oh, the linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
Get the name.
Yeah.
Great birds.
And he's been really good. He's been here like the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn it! I can't think of his name. I can see his face. I can't think of his name.
Oh.
Anyway.
But yeah.
All right. So, what's the playoff picture look like, gentlemen?
Start
So,
over here.
Yeah.
I'll
Start
go.
with Brandon.
I'll go Bills. Get the bye. They're the 1 seed. Number 2 is going to be Denver. 3, I'll take Cincy. And then 4 would probably be, what division am I missing?
South.
So the Colts.
Colts.
Yeah, Colts. I think buys we have. I'm going to take 2 of my both the buys. I think the Browns miss the playoffs. I think both buys come out of the West. So
Only one by this. It's
Yeah,
only
there's
one
only
by
one
now. The 7.
oh, okay. So then yeah, it's coming out of the West. So Chargers.
The bye. You just said that Buffalo is going to be number 1.
What?
You mean the wild card?
Yeah, not the buy.
Jesus.
The wild card is what I meant.
Yeah. So there's 3 wild card teams.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was saying.
No, they edited that out.
You're so professional.
Yeah. Buy was. I was saying the wrong word. So yeah, wild cards. 2 of them are coming out of.
By the way.
I can't punch you, you little bitch. Yeah, 2 are coming out of the West. Chargers, Chiefs, and then I want the Browns. I just don't think they will. But I don't know who else I would put there. So I'm not putting the Dolphins.
No.
No. Yeah, let's go with the Browns, right?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go with the
Yeah,
Browns.
here we go. Let's ride.
That's right. All right.
I think Broncos go to the Super Bowl though.
Wow.
Who's your NFC pick?
Bucks.
Yeah.
Respect.
I think Brady shits on Russ again.
I had the Rams, but I'll never, like, yeah. Let's stand up.
Well, I'm gonna go Bills 1, Chargers 2, Colts 3, Browns 4. Baltimore makes the playoffs. And who else did I say in there? Denver. Denver's making the playoffs. And Tennessee's probably gonna bring up the rear. That's my playoff picture right there. And I think it's gonna be Chargers Bills.
AFC title?
An AFC title game, and the Bills are probably going to go. So it's going to be my pick. I think my pick for the NFC was.
You get the
Did
Rams.
you say the Rams again?
Yeah.
So Bills
Yeah,
Rams.
the Rams.
Bills Rams.
No, you had the Saints, didn't you?
No, yeah, maybe. No, I think I had them in the championship. I think I still had the Rams.
I'm
winning.
pretty sure you said the Saints, did he not?
I think you did.
All right,
think you
all
said
right, all right.
Saints.
Bills Saints.
Yeah.
Jameis to the
Bills.
fucking Super
God, can you imagine that?
No.
5-0 last year, dude. 5-0.
I mean, pre-game dinner's going to be nothing but crap.
Could you imagine imagine the amount of crab like you can see?
Instead of saying I'm going to Disney World, I'm going to Joe's Crab Shack.
For free!
I can see to get there.
I got number 1 seed Bills. I'll say 2 seed Baltimore, 3 seed Raiders, 4 seed Colts. I'll go 5 seed Browns, 6 seed Chargers, 7th seed damn it. It's either the Broncos or the Dolphins.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
I'll say
Let's ride. Let's ride.
I might have said I thought the Miami was going to go to the playoffs earlier, but
I don't think so.
I'll retract if I did. I think the Broncos get that 7th seed.
All right, I got the Bills as a 1 seed, pretty easy. Chargers 2, Ravens 3, Colts 4, and I got the Chiefs, Bengals, and the Titans getting that last spot. And in my AFC title game, I have the Bills versus the Chargers, and I think we're going to have an all-LA Super Bowl this year. I think the Chargers are going to win the Super Bowl over the Rams.
I don't hate the Chargers.
I feel like the Bills is just too, like, when there's that one team that everybody's picking, it just seems like something happens.
Yeah, I mean,
I won't be surprised if the Bills win and go to the Super Bowl and fucking win it, but
my AFC title game, I think I'm going to blow some minds, but I think it's going to be Cleveland and Baltimore.
Nice.
What?
Nice.
God damn.
that would be fucking
Hopefully
awesome.
Lamar has to take a shit.
I think we
On a crucial 3rd down, like Lamar's like, I can't, coach. I got poop.
and I'm gonna call that we make it. And do we have to give our Super Bowl prediction too?
No, we can.
Yeah, because might as well do it
Browns,
before the season
Rams?
starts.
It's gonna be Browns Rams too.
Wow.
The Rams started out.
He's more of a homer than I am.
If people didn't know. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go all in. Fuck it. I believe in you, Sean.
Yep.
And in that game, I would probably take the Rams, but I'll just be happy to be there.
Nice.
Where's it at this year?
Where is it at this year? Is it Arizona?
Look that up.
Yeah, it's in
Yeah,
Arizona.
I think you're right.
Yep.
All right. I want to get into just a few of these week 1 matchups. Any big ones come off the top that you want to see? Of course, we
Well,
got
the Bills and
the Bills Rams Thursday
yeah,
night.
that's huge.
Bills are 2.5-point favorites.
And that's in LA, right?
That's in LA.
Man, that's tough.
The Super Bowl champion, like defending champ, always plays well on that opener.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Josh Allen is
Yeah.
pissed off.
Well, and
Yeah, that's true.
Josh Allen is a lot better than Dak Prescott last year. I mean, Dak played really good in that game.
If he could, I don't even know if Josh Allen can be mad, but if he could be, he is.
He should be.
I mean,
They should have won that fucking game.
Yeah, that was
the
one of
the
best.
degenerate that I am, okay, of course, I'm gonna stay away from this game,
Yeah.
betting this game. I don't like it at all. But what this is telling me is the Bills and the Rams are pretty even because the Rams are probably getting negative points
For being at home.
for being at
Yeah.
home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There'll be
So
more
because
Bills
nobody
fans.
really gives a fuck.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Right.
They probably.
There'll be more Cowboys fans than.
Yeah. Do you think what team do you think they give a fuck less about? The Chargers or the Rams?
Oh, the Chargers.
The Chargers.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Of course, Browns Panthers.
Taking the Browns. We're not losing that game.
That's gonna be my lock. That's my dog lock.
Yeah.
I don't even know how
What's the
it's.
spread?
It's well now it's adjusted already. It's went to Browns are getting 2. It was 2.5.
Yeah, it's,
So yeah, that's my lock.
I just fucking hope the most
And then-
Mayfield thing doesn't happen.
Tell me, you know what? I'm just gonna do it like this. You tell me what you think the spread is. We got Saints at Falcons.
Saints
6.5.
3.5. Saints.
It's 5.5. I think that's
because the money's.
a lot too. I think
Yeah,
the Saints
that
are beating
would
them
be
by more
easy
than
money.
5.5 is a weird spread.
Yeah. Dude, the Saints are
And the
gonna blow
Falcons
their
suck.
doors off.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I agree. Niners at the Bears. What are you thinking?
It's 10.
That could be close.
Yeah.
10.5.
Well, I think the spread's
6.5.
6.5. Yeah, I don't see it.
7.
Yeah.
It's 7.
I would not take Trey Lance as a
Yeah. I think that
favorite on the road, even though the Bears are very good.
Once again, this is a stay away game for me.
I would just take the Bears with the points
Against the
because I
spread.
think the San Francisco wins, but it's going to be like 24-20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to see some Trey Lance first.
Yeah, that's hard to bet on.
I think
Yeah.
Fields just gets sacked fucking 8 times.
Right. I still think if I had a time machine to make Justin Fields go to San Francisco, he would have a stellar NFL
Even
career.
the Jimmy G Niners would have creamed on them.
Oh yeah, it'd be like 31-13.
They went with Trey Lance for a fucking reason.
Yeah, because they traded 3 fucking first-round picks for him.
Yeah.
Um,
Surely, Shanahan's not that fucking stupid.
We're gonna find out.
I don't think
Real
it's
quick.
about being stupid. It's about being right.
I think he's
When
gonna
you
die
do
on
something
the.
like that, you have to be right.
He's gonna die on the cross of Trey
Yeah,
Lance.
you
That's
have
gonna
to.
happen.
You have to.
New England Patriots at Dolphins. Always a tough one down in Miami.
Dolphins
New
are
England.
probably
That's all- what
two
the,
and a
the
half.
spread?
In Miami?
It's in Miami.
So 1.5 probably?
4.5.
It's 3.5. Miami's
3.5.
favored by 3.5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would take that.
I would take that.
Yeah.
Here's another lock of mine for the week. Eagles at Lions.
Eagles are probably a touchdown favorite, and I'd take it.
5.5.
Spread 3.5.
4.
4.
That's my lock.
I would take. I would
So,
honestly take.
so the Lions have.
The Lions are getting 4 at home.
I would take.
Yeah, I would take the Lions on that.
Really? I'm gonna swallow the points with
Yeah,
the
I'm
Eagles.
taking the Eagles too.
We'll see.
I mean, that's just yeah.
I think they play well at home.
I think I'm gonna root against the Lions even more this year, just because you guys are higher on them.
I love it.
They
Okay.
lost what, like 6 games last year?
They lost it to the
Field goal?
Ravens for a fucking 66-yard field goal
Yeah.
last year. Like,
Just because they have
tell me they didn't get better.
the saint of kicking a football, fucking Justin
Right.
Tucker.
Not well. Don't even bring up that Steelers game.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee, that they tied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. All right. So Steelers at Bengals.
Even though I'm pretty low on the
At
Steelers
Bengals?
this year, I think they're gonna go in and win week
Spread's
1.
4-2.
It's at Bengals.
But the Bengals are probably favored by 3.5.
4.5 is what.
6.5.
Yeah, it'd be 6.5. I was
Wow.
gonna say
6.5.
because they beat them
That's
both
too
times
much.
last year by a
I
lot.
don't think
Yeah.
it's too much.
No?
I think it's beat the shit
Okay.
out of
I'm
them.
staying away from that game. Colts at Texans.
Colts probably 6.
Isn't it the fucking Colts have lost like 10 in a row on opening day?
I don't know.
Spread
What do you think?
6.5.
I'm taking the Texans.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, what's the point? What's the spread? What do you think?
6.5.
3.5.
7.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say 6.5.
I'm taking the Colts. I'm swallowing the points on that one
Yeah,
too. Ravens at Jets.
10.5.
40.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's got to be at least.
8.5.
That might be the 8.5 of the week.
It's 7.
Okay.
What?
That is way too low.
That's way too.
Yeah,
That's way
I would
too
take
low.
that and fucking send it.
It's at
Yeah.
Baltimore?
Yeah, full
No, it's
send.
at New York.
Oh, okay.
But who
That's the
cares?
only,
Doesn't
that's,
really
that's
Doesn't
the only
matter.
reason that it's not 8.5.
All right.
There'll probably be just as many Ravens fans there though as Jets.
Here's my
Probably
other.
more Giants fans there just because they have season tickets.
Here's my other dog.
They don't want to go see Daniel Jones. They're like, fuck, we'll go see the Jets.
Here's my other dog of the week. Jacksonville at the Washington Commanders.
Ooh. So I bet Washington probably
That's probably a 0.5 game.
maybe 2.5.
2.5.
It is. It's right
Is it
on
2.5?
It's right on 2.5. I'm taking the Jags there. I'm taking the points with
I'm
the
taking
Jags.
Washington on that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Chiefs at Cardinals. This one really kind of surprised me.
That one's kind of.
This surprised me.
I think the league is high on the Chiefs.
The
Yeah,
Chiefs
they-
are probably still favored.
They're favored.
3.5.
6. That's what blows my mind.
On the road,
On
I
the
think the
road,
Cardinals-
I think that's too much.
I'll
think
take the
it's-
Cardinals at
Yeah,
those points.
I would too.
Yeah.
I would too. Giants at Titans.
Oh
It's
Jesus!
probably another 6.5.
I think that's only like 5.5, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it's 5.5.
I'm betting 10. I'm swallowing the points in Tennessee.
Dude, I
tonight.
yeah. But that I think it might be closer than we think.
Really. All right. All right.
I do not like the Giants.
Packers at Vikings.
3.5.
2.5. Packers.
1.5.
Ooh,
Packers
so that's
favored by
pretty much
1.5.
That would be a good
What do
game.
we
I
get?
picked the
with Aaron
Vikings.
Rodgers with no fucking wide receiver.
I know.
I'm taking Vikings in that game.
Raiders at.
Yeah, they did get dogged first game of the year last year.
Yeah.
So it's literally shut.
38-3.
Yeah.
Raiders at Chargers.
Running it.
3.5.
3.5.
It is. Chargers favored by 3.5. Once again,
Raiders won that. I'm taking. Raiders.
nobody in LA is even showing up for that game.
No,
I would take.
that might be a Raiders home game.
It
might
will be,
Yeah,
for sure.
That's
Yeah.
why I don't see the Chargers winning their division because they never really have any home games.
yeah, that sucks. And I love their colors and everything. That sucks.
It's like this is like 2 years in a row though. Opener and it Bucks at Cowboys.
Yeah, the Bucks are winning that. I don't care what the spread is.
Bucks are minus 2.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say 1.5.
Yeah, taking the Bucks.
I'm staying away from that game. Okay, Broncos at Seattle.
6.5.
It might be close in the first half, but yeah, maybe
that's-
7.5.
It's gonna be
It's 6.5. You're right on it.
Russ is gonna. That's.
I'm taking.
coach.
I'm betting Denver. I'm swallowing the point.
He's gonna throw 4 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah. He would.
I mean, even if I tease that game down, and let's just say that with the 6 teaser, I'm getting minus 0.5 point in the Broncos. I'm taking that all day long.
Yeah.
Right.
Russ is gonna absolutely just be filthy to them.
Yeah.
The Sierra's gonna tell him to, so he's gonna win.
As he should.
That's the Monday night game, by the way.
Oh, that's a sick.
That's a
ass first-
shit ass opening Monday night
No,
game.
I love it.
Well,
That's
that'd be good
awesome.
weather there.
That's fucking awesome.
I don't know, man. I could have picked a better Monday night.
I think the Bills Rams game will be probably the game of the week. That'll be sick.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Guardians.
Everybody.
Ready.
Can we just have one chair give out live? That'd be so funny. I don't even care if it'd be mine. It would be so fucking funny.
All right, we are back with the Raw Dogger Sportscast, and I just want to let everyone know that if you could please hit the like and subscribe here on YouTube. We are on Apple Podcasts. We're now on Spotify. We have there's a link that you can hit that if you want to make any donations, would be very much appreciated. But if you can at least like and subscribe, maybe share on your Facebook page. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We are also on Twitter. Just hit us up if you want anything on the show. If you want to bullshit with us, just hit us up on those pages. Other than that, we will go into our next segment.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and get a little Major League Baseball. We're heading into the thin part of the season here. Go ahead and start off with the Cleveland Indians really hitting the skids here over the last week. They're down to a 1-game lead now.
They
Man,
win tonight.
Mark said
They're up
leading.
2-1 in the 6th.
But man, they got blanked 2 games against the Orioles.
I was at the
Grief.
game they won. It was fucking awesome game.
Yeah.
Naylor hits a dinger and old
I
fucking
mean, it's
Wang Chung, whatever
It-
his name is.
it's kind of expected for them to hit a skid at some point.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, they're literally like the lowest payroll in the league,
Right.
and they're still in first place at some
But
point.
now we got some. You looked this up, Mark. We got the Twins coming up, right? So that's going to be key because we looked at that
Yeah,
before.
you gotta win that series.
Yeah, we're
Is it a
we're in
4-game
Minnesota
series?
this weekend.
Minnesota this week.
Is that a 4-game series this week?
It's
Is
three.
it 3? You gotta win that series.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I think we have maybe.
And then we host the Twins next
Yeah,
weekend.
okay. I was going to say, I
Yeah.
think we have another series with the Twins. So those two are definitely
Back-to-back
crucial.
series?
No, they play. Who do they play in between?
The Angels,
You got.
and then a makeup game with the White Sox.
Yeah,
You have a one game. It's a one game.
yeah, it's a
deal with
1
White
game
Sox.
thing because we've had like 5 rainouts at this point.
Right. Okay. Anything you want to add about the Indian skid?
Just why they didn't bring in a bat at the trade deadline, I'll never know.
I don't think there was really much out there though.
Contreras, catcher.
Yeah.
I mean, we have all of the young guys that we could have traded for that. I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't think they wanted to trade much of the young talent because I don't think they were just like one piece away from.
No, but
I think they
I
wanted
would
to
really
just
love
let-
to see this team get in the playoffs and get that experience.
Yeah.
And that's good moving forward because you never know what happens next year. You know, how much longer can Shane Bieber win games?
Right.
So,
How about Pujols? Throw that out there. Is he hitting?
Roberto?
Is he hitting that number before the end of the
He
season?
got-
He's hot.
For
They're
sure.
gonna just start.
Yeah.
They're gonna start chucking in.
He's hit like
Meatballs
he's hit
and,
like 10 in the last couple weeks.
Yeah,
Right.
because they're chucking his
Yeah.
him
So,
meatballs.
do you guys think that you might be hitting the old juicing?
Oh God.
I've never really thought he
He's
was.
not even that big.
He's a pretty good guy. It's not even
because of his
this, but
frame. Like, he's not.
he
very
started off
long.
this year hitting like 190. And like in the last 2 months, he's hitting like 340 with 15 home
They're
runs.
chucking him some meatballs.
No, I mean,
Get in there.
it's Albert Pujols, so I think, you know, at some point he heats up. I don't think it is, but it's still like kind of out there because he had one accusation that it ended up like being redacted, but I don't know. I hope he hits 700. I love Albert.
Yeah,
Right.
it's cool.
Yeah.
He went back to St. Louis.
Mhm.
So
I hope he comes back next year. Like, you come back, you hit that, what was it, 756 or?
that's the record.
Yeah, 756.
Yeah. Do it, dude. Well, he's what, is he 42 now or is he 40?
He's 40 at least.
I know he's 40.
It's hard to hit a baseball period when you're 20.
He's a man. He's 40.
Yeah,
I mean, Andy Murray was like our best hitter in 1995, and he was like 39. So,
50.
I mean, Julio Franco
He was-
played till he was 40.
We have just reaching the bat out and touching balls.
But just-
not fucking.
If you're that close to that record, why would you not just fucking keep sending it until to the point where you can't?
Yeah, but going back to Murray though, I mean, he was popping shit on chicks in Cleveland. Never knew it existed. He's rocking like an '84 Jerry curl mustache.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
absolute fucking stud.
You put a white glove on that son of a bitch, you take him to the flats, he's scoring.
Scored everything you wanted him to score.
Oh,
for sure.
Man. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show with the little segment I like to call
Over, under.
This week we're gonna go ahead and feature the
I like that.
NFC North Division. Then next week we'll go ahead and start with the AFC divisions.
Mhm.
Okay, starting in hot here. Green Bay Packers over or under 2 playoff wins this year
Under.
before 2 playoff wins this year before the Green Bay townspeople decide to auction the team off.
It's got to be under.
It's gotta be under.
So they can win 1 playoff game, they still want to go ahead and keep the
Yeah.
team.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're gonna go ahead.
All
As
right.
long as Rodgers gets paid another $250 million,
Right.
They'll keep him.
Is there like starving kids in Green Bay because he's getting $50 million a year?
No, there's plenty of shit.
Like, they have to like make a thing.
I'm
where
just
you-
envision all
My
the
fucking
kids.
fat life of
All the-
TV.
I'm just envisioning all the kids in Wisconsin just munching cheese like a rat.
Sticking their heads through fucking holes of Swiss.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
All right.
Chicago Bears over under 8 linemen. that the Bears have to stack on the offensive line, protect Justin Fields on every play.
I mean, they're gonna have to keep at least 8 on the roster. So that, I mean,
Poor guy.
poor guy.
Yeah.
8.5 might have been the better number.
Yeah, you just run two tackle, 2 tight end sets. And
Right, just
Leave the running
read
back in to
options.
protect.
Read options all the time.
put Montgomery out there.
With Mooney out there.
We'll have Khalil Herbert and Montgomery on each side of him blocking. He's got like
Jeez.
Darnell Mooney, the only guy out in routes.
All right. The Minnesota Vikings over under 6 games before Jesus returns and Kirk Cousins suddenly disappears mid-play due to the rapture.
Oh shit! If he was still in his little COVID box, he'd probably be
Well-
protected.
I'm gonna say over only because I think Jesus comes back on his birthday. He's gonna turn up on a
Excuse my
Tuesday.
son. We have a very righteous scheme upstairs.
The only time Kirk Cousins wins an MVP.
Yeah, Jesus, so you're playing with the wrong balls. We have a much more righteous game.
Is that final play actually a Hail Mary? I don't.
Sounds more like a Hail Gary.
Oh. Okay, and finally, the Lions over under 8 games before Dan Campbell replaces all the Gatorade jugs with metal folding chairs.
I think they should even give him 8 games.
Oh,
Yeah. Man.
I don't know why.
Or do they?
Coach.
Does he go? Does he win that overtime game, and then suddenly this metal folding chair comes in instead of a Gatorade?
I'll tell you what, you got.
Oh my hawk, you maniacs out! What you gonna do, brother?
We're getting rid of the Gatorade because you gotta have grit.
Those Gatorade jugs better be filled with grit. You're gonna have a chance.
I think those Gatorade jugs are gonna be filled with Bud Ice. Oh, yeah, man.
It is Michigan. It can maybe filled with taconite. Balls of taconite. Nobody can lift it.
It might be filled with that dirty Flint water.
You guys watch?
This shit just comes out of there like a solid ice cube.
Have you, any of you guys watched the Hard Knocks yet?
No, I have not.
It's
Have you watched any? Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I-
They had a fucking comedian come in for like team building, and they're like,
Was it Dan Campbell?
no. But he, like, in the intro, it shows like Motor City, like assembly line of cars, and then the comedian comes in. He's like, damn. He's like, they got y'all niggas building cars and practicing the game. He's like, y'all work too damn hard. No wonder y'all can't win no games.
You're going 2 unions.
Yeah. It was funny as
All right.
Obviously, the comedian was of African descent. He's
Yeah,
allowed-
he was just-
He's allowed to say that. That's
Right. Right.
That's an ad lib.
We can tell because you ended with AS.
Yeah, ass.
Yes.
It's a different one. If it's not
It's
considered.
a term of endearment.
Yeah,
Right.
it is.
So,
All right. Well, I think it's going to wrap up a show for this week. Ryan?
yeah, and again, please like and subscribe. We would definitely appreciate it. We have a goal of hitting 100 subscribers after week 1 of the NFL season. So if you can help set that goal, that'd be great. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook. We try to keep shit lively and, bring out the best memes that we can over what's happening in sports. And I would like to thank my buddy here, Brandon Panda, for
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for
joining the
coming on.
show. He might be here for the post game that we plan to do after the Browns Panthers game
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
on
All right.
Sunday.
Yeah, we watching it here.
Maybe. You want to watch it here?
Not to put you on the spot or anything,
Oh, sure.
but
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, we can watch it here.
Yeah.
But yeah, just want to thank you guys for tuning in. And just follow us everywhere. We'll try to put the links there on the YouTube channel. It was a great show. I had fun.
Good time.
yeah.
And always go Browns and go balls deep.
Go Bulls.
I do plan on coming into my full form on Sunday. I will be a drunk, raging idiot.
And
So
same,
stick around to see.
same. There'll be a lot more liquor involved.
I will look.
And lots of pump fakes.
Oh,
That's a pump. Oh, we don't miss out on any pump fakes.
Right.
This is week 18 of pump fakes.
So
Continuing from last year.
what's the over under on pump fakes total in the game? 8.5?
That's more than that.
12 or 8.5
He can do
per half.
3 on one play.
Right.
Well, my over-under last week was 10 on the first offensive series for the Panthers.
I just don't think they have that many
But they
plays.
go, they'll go 3 and out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should make a bet right now if they go 3 and out on that first drive.
Yeah?
I think honestly, Garrett gets to him, and that's gonna fluster the fuck out of Baker.
Hell,
Matter of
Pat-
He's
time.
gonna be shitting his pants.
It's gonna be like that Mahomes sack where we're like clowning him.
He'll look like
Garrett
Ferger with his fucking hat feet.
Oily hips. He prefer ribs.
How many seconds is like when Baker does his like shit where he's athletic and like he gets a yard? It's like a
He's got
12
the same
second play.
athleticism as Logan.
Yeah, especially with the high step to like, bro, we know you're not juking. I don't know what you high need.
But yeah,
Good time, good pod.
All right.
we'll send it out this way.
Send it.
Go Browns.
Go Browns and go Balls D.
Browns.
Mostly.